Hiya, welcome to Friday Yoga with a Life That Glows. My name is Tanya Neely, and today I have a lovely practice for you to help you move away from body judgment and move towards getting really curious about your body. It is way too easy to start to judge our bodies for all kinds of things, and I invite you to remember that this is a changing vessel. Whether you are 10 or 20 or 30 or 40 throughout the course of your life, just natural aging processes and all kinds of life events can change this body. So let's get to a place where we move away from judgment and criticism, where we tend to spend a lot of time, and start moving towards some more positive thinking, or at least neutral. Now, this class was envisioned for women, but a lot of men deal with body image concerns as well. Whether that is the physical form or takes the shape of behaviors like eating disorders, men are just as susceptible as women to body image issues. Today I'm going to invite you again to let out that belly. And if you caught my yoga videos and my vlog about the pelvic floor and a healthy period, you have a little bit better idea why it is so important to have a soft belly that allows a really full breath, and how gripping and holding that so often can really cause some problems for us down the line. So grab something comfy, any props that you like, and I'll meet you on the mat. Let's do this together. Okay, we are going to start seated today, and if you like to put something under your hips to make this more comfortable, like a pillow or a blanket, feel free. Find what works the best for you and for your body. And we'll start to settle in. So feel those sits bones connected to the earth. Let the knees be pretty heavy. We'll start to roll those shoulders up towards the ears and around. Take 2 more big shoulder rolls. Nice, and then we'll let those drape down the back. Go ahead and close the eyes, and we're going to take the hands, thumbs to touch, index fingers to touch right over the navel or that womb center. Fingers pointing down, creating this beautiful triangle right over this area of our body that often gets a lot of criticism and judgment. And just see if you can soften into your core. We'll relax through the forehead, the eyes, the jaw. Let the spine grow really long. And I want you to take a moment to really feel the belly expand as you inhale. Pressing a little bit into those palms, and then contract a little bit as you exhale. Keep the breath moving nice and deep, allowing the rib cage to expand in all directions, front to back, side to side, top to bottom. As I mentioned, often we grip or hold our abdomen, we pull that belly button to the spine, right? And that really creates problems for deep, full breaths. So let it go. No one's here but you and me. If you have that ujjayi breath, that fogging up sound of the mirror, go ahead and bring that into play. If you're not sure what that is, just pretend you're fogging up a mirror. And as you make that sound, close or partially close the lips. Noticing a texture to the breath, a sound to the breath. Today we're going to move away from judgment and criticism about our body, this vehicle, this vessel that moves us through the world, takes care of all these automatic processes without our having to think about them. And if you notice any judgmental or critical thoughts popping into your mind, just allow them to keep moving. Just because you think it doesn't mean it's true. Doesn't mean it has to stay forever. Take one more full deep breath here. And exhale it out. We'll open our eyes, bring our hands to touch, draw them to our third eye center, that space between the eyebrows and the forehead. And you can join me in my intention today or come up with your own. Today I choose to be curious about my body instead of judgmental. Go ahead and repeat that aloud or whisper it to yourself. We'll bring hands to the lips, hands to the heart, and hands to the knees. We're just going to start here today, taking some circles around the hips, rounding as we come towards the back, and then arching as we come towards the front. Circling 2 or 3 times in one direction, inhaling as we reach the heart forward, exhaling as we round through the back, and then swap directions. Noticing any pops or sounds or thoughts as you start to move the body. One more. And we'll meet back in seated. We're going to take a seated cat-cow today. So as we inhale, we're going to lift the chest, tip the pelvic bone back, or the coccyx bone rather. As we exhale, curl in the chest, tip the pelvis, the pubic bone up. Inhale, pull the chest forward, and exhale, round through the spine. Take 2 more on your own breath cycle. Maybe close the eyes and let yourself really get into this movement. No one's watching. It's the beauty of a home practice. And 1 more round. And we'll come back to neutral. Let's drop that left hand, inhale the right hand high, taking a nice deep side stretch through the side body, press into the left palm, press that right hip bone into your mat for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, rise up, swap it out, right hand plants, left fingertips reach high, deep side body stretch, relax through the legs, the thigh bones, the knees, the hips, and bring it back to center. Inhale, sweep the arms up high, and we'll take a twist. Right hand comes behind, left hand comes to right knee. Find some length, press into that right palm, and on an exhale, find your depth. And release, come back to center. Inhale, arms high, and exhale, take that twist to the opposite side. Notice any thoughts that come into play and float through your mind about maybe your abdomen or other areas of your body. See if you can flip the switch. Inhale, sweep the arms up high. And exhale, take the arms down. How can you get curious instead of judgmental? We're going to come over to our tabletop today. And yep, you got it, cat and cow, but I want you to make it your own. So if today that means some barrel rolls, some hip circle, some really fluid movements like water or waves, something that feels really sensuous, whatever it is, find what feels just right for you today. And let that be your practice. Get curious about how your body wants to move. Get curious about what feels really good. We'll meet in a neutral spine, curl those toes, lift the hips down, dog. Again, walk it out if that feels good to you. Try some wagging of the hips side to side if that feels good. Maybe come up onto the balls of the feet, stretch through the toes, and then let those heels settle back down. Bring the gaze to the front. Walk those feet up for ragdoll. Keep them hip width apart. Bend the knees as much as you like here. Hinge at the hip. Let the head be heavy like a pumpkin on a vine. Maybe opposite hand reaches opposite elbow. Take 2 full breaths here. Let yourself drop in. Get curious. Then release those hands. We're going to heel toe the feet all the way out toward the edge of the mat, or even off the mat if that feels better and more stable. We'll bring opposite hand to opposite elbow. We're going to take some really big circles. So on an inhale, draw the elbow over toward. On an inhale, draw the elbows over toward the left side, and then circle it up. Coming up to stand, exhale, circle it down the opposite side. Again, inhale, circle it up. and circle it down. Take 2 more in this direction. Inhaling as you rise up, exhaling as you ride the breath down. And notice what your thoughts are about your body as you're moving like this. We'll pause here and take it in the opposite direction, leading to the right, up and around. Know that your skin, your muscles, they're supposed to move. They're supposed to roll, to make room, to allow for movement. It doesn't mean anything about you as a person. It's just how your body works. Take 1 more big circle in this direction and imagine what your yoga would feel like if there was no body judgment, no body criticism. Drop the hands slowly, heel toe, heel toe, heel toe, those feet back together. On an inhale, sweep the arms, bring it all the way up. Exhale, hands come into heart center. Close the eyes, lift all 10 toes, spread them wide, press them into the mat, soften through the knees, align head over heart, heart over hips. Release through the pelvis, let the spine find its natural curve. Nice. Open those eyes, inhale, sweep the arms high, ride the breath up. Exhale, press it down, take up space. 1 more like that. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale with intention. Let's add a twist. Inhale, sweep the arms high. Exhale, right hand presses front, left hand presses back. Inhale, rise high, extend the arms long. Exhale, opposite side. Inhale, reach tall. Exhale, twist left. Inhale, reach tall. Exhale, twist right. Inhale, sweep it high. Drop the hands, interlace the fingers behind you. Press the knuckles down. Inhale, puff up through the chest. Exhale, fold it forward. Let the wrists drape over the body, or maybe one hand comes to each elbow. Find what works well for you here. Take a good deep breath. Exhale, release the hands, bend the knees, sweep it up to stand. Exhale, hands come into heart center. Let's put that all together. Inhale, sweep the arms high. Exhale, twist right. Inhale, reach tall. Exhale, twist left. Inhale, reach tall. Exhale, drop the hands back. Interlace the opposite way. That feels kind of funny. Inhale, puff through the chest. Exhale, fold it forward. Take a few breaths here. On an exhale, release the hand, bend the knees, reach it up tall. Nice. We're going to ground through that left foot. Right knee rises 90 degrees. Flex through that right foot, and then notice if the hip pops up. Drop it down. Keep them nice and parallel. We're going to step it back, warrior one, grounding through that right foot, pressing through the outer edge of that foot, guiding our hips towards the front wall or whatever is in front of us, finding a strength, a steadiness in the foundation of our legs, keeping that breath moving. On an exhale, warrior two, opening up the hips. Let the palms face down, draw the shoulders back, and then activate the legs. Relax through the core, let the breath be deep. Reaching out in equal and opposite directions. A warrior is steadfast and strong. Today we're working on conquering our judgments, quieting our inner critic. Take a deep breath here. Exhale. Inhale, star pose to the front, heels in, toes out, palms reach to touch. On an exhale, sink low, goddess pose, hands come to the heart. Inhale, straighten through the legs, reach up through the fingertips. Exhale, sink low. One more, inhale, reach it up. Exhale, sink low, pause, stay here. Close the eyes. Maybe we select our own goddess for today. Perhaps that's Aphrodite, the goddess of love, or Hera, the queen of the goddesses. Perhaps that is Persephone, goddess of life, rebirth, and spring. Or Artemis, goddess of the hunt. Open those eyes. Inhale, strengthen, stretch up, reach tall. And exhale, turn the heels out. Prasarita, arms come out wide, forward fold. Pause here. Kind of a half lift. Can you pull up through the kneecaps? What do you notice is engaged? Can you be curious about your breath? For 3, 2, and 1. Forward fold. Maybe those palms come back in line with the feet, maybe not. Shift the weight toward the balls of the feet and then toward the heels. Be curious about where you feel sensation and what changes. Come back to a neutral position. On an inhale, sweep the arms up. Turning left toes to the front, right heel to the back. Triangle pose. Shift the hips back, reach it forward, and then hinge at the hip. Left hand reaches toward that left leg, finding a soft landing space, opening up. And again, notice any judgments or criticism about the body. Sometimes it's hard to jump from criticism to acceptance, and we have to move through neutral first. So this is a human stomach. These are human thighs. This is a human chest. Take one more breath here. Try on the mantra, the intention, the verbiage that works for you. Exhale. Inhale, come back to neutral. We're going to step the feet to meet. Sweep the arms high. Hands come into heart center. Take it to the opposite side. Inhale, reach the arms up high. Plant through that right foot. Left knee rises. One-legged Tadasana. Flex through that left foot. Find your balance. Balance out the hips. And then step it back, warrior 1. Nice. Feeling into your foundation. Dropping the shoulders. And then warrior 2. Open it up. Check in with that right big toe. Draw the shoulders back. Find the strength in the legs. These are human hips. They support me. Maybe they help me carry babies. Nice. Inhale, sweep it up. Heels in, toes out, palms press to meet. Drop the hips down, deep squat, goddess pose. Inhale, straighten through the legs, reach up through the fingertips. Exhale, deep squat. One more. Inhale up. Exhale, deep squat. Let's bring the hands to the knees. And we're going to drop the right shoulder, taking a little twist. Deep breath here. Soften through that pelvic floor. Soften through the belly. Allow a deep breath. Come back through neutral, drop the left shoulder, taking the gaze up over the right shoulder towards the sky. And come back to center. Inhale, sweep it up. Turn those toes parallel. Exhale, Prasarita, fold it forward. Nice. Find a half lift here. Right fingertips touch the floor. Inhale, left fingertips, open it up like a wing, reaching towards the sky. And just check that that right hip doesn't want to come along for the ride and tuck underneath. Keep them parallel for 3, 2, and 1. Swap it out. Use a block here if that helps bring the floor up to you. Inhale, sweep, right fingertips high. It's not about making your body or forcing your body into a pose. It's about making a pose or a shape work for your body. Slowly bring it back down. Inhale, sweep the arms up to neutral. Nice. Let's turn right toes to the front. Turn right heel, shift the hips back, reach it forward, triangle pose. Notice if there's any rounding in the back here. And maybe you just want to bring that right hand up a little bit. Take some of the hinge out so you can have a nice long extended spine. And if you can't quite feel that, just imagine that, gosh, kind of like where a bra strap or a swimsuit strap might be. Just imagine a hand was placed there and it was kind of guiding you to open the chest a little bit. Stay here for 3, 2, and 1. Bring it up to neutral. Nice, and step it together. Sweep the arms high. Hands come into heart center. We're going to come down to the mat here and just take those feet really, really wide. Heels in, toes out, coming into Malasana, opening up the hips. Now, your hips may stay up here. They may be anywhere between there and all the way down here. Find what works the best. Listen to your body. We'll bring the hands into heart center if that's available, and press into the knees with the elbows. Let the pelvic floor be soft. Let the belly be soft. Maybe close the eyes and tune in here. And breathe into that pelvic floor. Breathe into the inner groin. Be curious about what's available for you here. Bring some curiosity to those patterns you have of holding or guarding your body, where they stem from, where they come from, whether they serve you physically or emotionally, whether they maybe cause some concerns or problems for you, whether there's something you might want to change. Breathing into your Malasana. And slowly drop the hands, lift the hips, heel to those feet a little closer together for a toe squat. So I'm going to drop those hips back down. And again, this might be anywhere from chair for you to down here. So take a minute to assess what you need. And if you've got a balance right here on the toes, you can keep the fingertips down, or you can bring those hands to the heart. Finding a moment of pause. Let the breath expand the lungs in all directions. Know that you can do hard things. One more breath here. And exhale, let's bring the hands down. We'll just walk them back, drop the hips. We're going to slide the hands out for reverse table or reverse plank. So reverse table, I'm going to plant the feet, knees pointing up towards the sky. I'm going to lift my hips, let the head come in line with the spine. Or you can walk one foot out and then the other, take a reverse plank. Pause here, hold here. Holding the pose, the shape, the posture, not the breath, for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly let those hips come down, and we'll walk those knees in. And find boat pose. Now again, anything in the core can really start to trigger those judgments or critical thoughts. So how can you be curious instead? Maybe that curiosity comes with trying a new variation. Maybe that curiosity comes with not holding your breath today as you work into your abdominals. So we're going to just shift the weight back behind the sits bones, lifting one leg then the other. Maybe the hands come right here. Imagine that marionette string pulling up on the chest, creating a nice long spine. Maybe today you want to take the arms out. Maybe you want to try a toe tap. Right foot, then left foot. I'm going to offer you some variations. You choose your level of play. So we've got toe taps. You could bring the hands in and try some Russian twists, taking it to each side, pausing in the middle. And we can also try some ins and outs. So reaching down, extending long, and then pulling in. Wherever you are, be there fully. Stay curious, my friend. And play around. Curiosity is all about play. Take 2 more rounds of wherever you are. Oh, you did it. We'll drop those Feet coming back into reverse table or reverse plank, yogi's choice. So find what works well for you. Taking a nice long stretch through the front body for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly take it down. Nice. Let's take one nice forward fold. Move any flesh out the way so you can feel those sits bones connected to the earth. Inhale, sweep the arms high. Exhale, flex the toes towards the nose, sweep it forward, hinging at the hip, bend the knees as much as you need. Let the back round. 2 full deep breaths. Or a nice deep sighs if that feels good. Slowly come on up and then take it all the way down. And we are here for Shavasana. Let's take those hands back towards the navel, making that triangle, thumbs coming to touch, index fingertips touching, fingers pointing down, right over that navel or that womb center. Let the feet flop open. Let the body sink into the mat. Feel for those points of connection to the earth. Relax through the face. Soften through the eyes and the jaw. Let that breath be deep and full. And enjoy your Shavasana. You can like this video and subscribe as well. And as always, please share it with a woman you know would really benefit from being a part of this growing community and this important conversation. As always, the light in me sees you and honors the light in each and every one of you. I'll see you next week. Namaste.